What is up, guys? Evanaldo here. Couple of things to kind of update you guys on in this market. Obviously been a little bit more of a, boring situation as of late. It's just kind of, you had a lot of excitement coming into, all the way up to December 17th, and you got Choppy, a little bit of excitement here. Now, the past week, 2 weeks, kind of boring. Jumping off of here, trying to find a trigger wave on your 16-hour. Things are a little bit conflicting, but maybe the hourly trigger kind of forming that wave as money flows tries to come up could bring us back up to 110, which would be pretty cool. Now, obviously, we have the lion speaking tomorrow, not Trump, Lion 2.0, Powell, as I like to call it. And the question is, who is the real lion? Does lion number 2, Powell, bow down to lion numero uno, Trump? Does he bow down and sound less hawkish? That's the question. Or I think regardless, Powell is going to sound less hawkish. If it's not this meeting, at the next meeting, I think we're going to see at least a little bit of QE, or, at least more rate cuts this year, which is, you don't have to be a genius to kind of realize that or assume that. So that's what I would assume. But maybe this last time is a little bit more hawkish just to bring us down. It's hard to say. You got the bearish case right here in your 5-hour. This coming down, that could bring us down farther. I believe at least on ETH it was. I'll talk about ETH in a second. I know, come on. Yeah, that's pretty bearish there on, your 2-day right there. So, I guess you want to lean a little bit more bearish based on, these kind of things, 3-week, bear div. But obviously, it could go either way, obviously. Anything could happen. Trigger wave right there on your 12 already, similar to that 16 was forming. If you look at that combined with like some of these, 1/16th time frame down, 1/15th time frame down, 30-minute, that situation, trying to have the money flow come up. But overall, if you were to do, the thing what you could do when the market's like this, and this would be a pretty decent long setup if you did like a stop loss below there. I'd give that at least a 50% chance of winning. And if you win 50% of your trades with this risk-reward ratio, assuming you're not paying exorbitant fees. And by the way, if you want to get a discount, 10% off your fees, if you sign up with BloFin, good show right here. If you sign up with BloFin or BYDFI down below for life, only my link, you get 10% off your trading fees. And I'll give you 1 free month in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord if you sign up to any exchanges down below. Breakout, just open a funded account or open a trial for the evaluation that's prop trading, or deposit at least $100 on BYDFI or BloFin. I'll give you 1 free month in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord. Just open a support ticket with your UID once you do that. If you sign up with Breakout, just give me your email you signed up with on Breakout in the support ticket area, and we'll get you sorted. 1 free month there. We got Nightshade in there. We got KMAC. We're working on a new kind of like signal bot thing. Would say it could suck, but we're looking on a new thing with BYDFI. It could be a signal bot thing, which could be helpful too. Just wanted to provide like more, kind of resources for you guys. So to kind of go off on that point, getting back into the chart. So if you took that trade and you also took, let's say, it's been more bearish on ETH. So what I would look to do here is maybe take that trade combined with maybe this trade. That's a 2-to-1 right there off this trigger wave. If one of them wins, you would be profitable if one of them wins if you're risking the same amount. So that's what you could do in these type of circumstances. I know people, it could be a little bit to wrap your head around. Trading is very, it's a slow situation. A good trader gets, between 10 to 30% a month return. It's not, especially a lot of probably some new people. And in the system now, what am I saying? In the space now, they're expecting to get a 10x in a month. That's not really realistic usually. But coming down here with the thing too with the brights, on the EMAs here, Market Cipher A, that's kind of breaking down. I kind of feel like she wants to form this reverse head and shoulder. So February could be more sideways to bearish. I know I was talking about February being bullish, but we may have to wait just a little bit longer here, seeing this type of situation, then jumping off of there, hopefully. That could be what's happening. Now, I think regardless of what happens, yields will go down, market goes down, yields will go down. Market went down here, yields went down, market went up here while yields went down. I think that we're going to see something like this we may see during this markets go down a little bit in the beginning, but then I think they'll kind of come up in the 4-year cycle. Now, the thing that, well, we talked about Bitcoin, we talked about ETH. Yeah, I mean, ultimately there. The thing that we got to realize, ETH, Bitcoin trying to kind of bottom out here. Hopefully you won't make a lower low. You might. This thing just gets depressing, but hopefully that money flow comes up soon on the 2-week. I would not bet against ETH for obvious reasons. There's a lot of people talking about a lot of money coming into ETH. Give it a few months. Give it a few months here. I know, people are like, oh, just a few months, just a few months. Look, if you think it's all going to done, look, maybe I'm wrong, but I follow the 4-year cycle. I think this is the time to, be a little bit greedy. I mean, okay, maybe if you bought ETH at 900 or 1500 or something, yeah, you made a double, which is nothing for crypto, but you know what I mean. I think we could I would follow the 4-year cycle. I think we could get a little bit more. And the thing that I was about that's why I remembered I was going to show you guys. Let's look at others versus Bitcoin right here on our 2-week, where we are in the 4-year cycle. Now, it's a little bit more delayed from this. We haven't had really our jump up. We saw a little bit of a jump up there, but see that jump up starting in January 21, a little bit delayed. I got the blood diamond. Usually I don't think it's going to be that catastrophic. I think this one's going to be more of a dud and going to bring us up. But look here what happened in February of 17. This is the 4-year cycle. So you kind of topped out around January, mid-January, came down a bit, bottomed around mid-February, then you kept going. So maybe that top was, maybe we're, about a month, we could be ahead of this about a month or something. Well, really? Okay. If it's like that, 2 more weeks of a little bit more bearishness. So maybe down there, maybe bounce around a little bit. Look, I mean, if you're going way past mid-February into March and this is still hasn't jumped up at all, then we got a little bit more to worry about. But as of right now, others versus Bitcoin, I'm still optimistic kind of on what these markets kind of can do. The other thing too, I feel like I'm giving away too much here, but the other thing, what you could try, if you were to do more of a long-term long, kind of you could even buy this on spot theoretically, could be wrong. That's a pretty good risk-reward ratio. I would have a pretty lenient stop loss like there. Obviously, never risk more than you're willing to lose, but something like that, trying to long with a stop loss below there for ETH, I think it's a decent bet. Unless you think we're going to 2,500 or down to 2,000, 16. I know some people, logarithmic regression, 1,600. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're probably going to hold 2,800. That's what I think. Could be wrong. But yeah, ultimately, just a few other of these, Cardano, trying to hold on to that area. A little choppy. I mean, yeah, 75 maybe. Hard to say on some of these, but we'll see what Powell says. I think a lot of that's going to kind of change the direction of this market a bit and give us, probably volatility combined with, more of a clear direction, hopefully. Solana, yeah, we got to be a little objective. I mean, it is, I'm just looking at like that 3 days, a little bit more bearish there. So you may come back down to 187, maybe test that again, and hopefully, kind of hold on from there. I know the Trump token kind of helped that out a little bit. Bitcoin dominance, I think we're topped out. Maybe a lower high again at 59. I think we're probably topped out, especially as this monthly has confirmed. Yeah, that monthly has confirmed right there. So I think we're okay. I think we're topped out. And like I mentioned earlier, yields right here trying to come down a little bit. And I think they'll continue to come down and provide a little bit more relief to kind of interest rates, mortgage rates, all that. We kind of, a lot of people really want these to go down. And that 3-week is bearish too. So again, the big thing I've talked about in a few previous videos, look, I mean, October when it topped out here, market went up while this went down. Opposite thing here, they both went down. This time, I would guess it would be more like this time. And if you did something of this nature, when this kind of bottoms out, that could be a tie. That could be some local top for Bitcoin or something, that May area. But we'll see what happens. Maybe that'll mark 150K for Bitcoin. Bitcoin to 150K by May. Kind of like that rhyme. Maybe Bitcoin to 150K by May. Maybe. Then you get a drop down, maybe a big drop down, maybe back down to 100. Then one more drawn up into the end of the year. That would be a lot like, that would be kind of a lot like 2021. I probably won't repeat exactly like that. But anyway, guys, ultimately, if you want to join the Discord, check out the links down below, especially saving on those fees, BloFin and BYDFI, 10% off for life. You send my links down below. If you have a lower, capital that you want to trade with, Breakout is a really good prop trading opportunity. You can get up to 100 grand with only spending like, 900 bucks to get the evaluation account. And then if you could pass that, which is not extremely difficult to do, even if you fail at that, I mean, you'll definitely learn something for a lot less than most people lose in this game. So I think it's a really good opportunity there if you want to check it out. All right, guys, we're going. Goodbye.